And joining us now direct from Phoenix, Arizona is Mr. Greg Lambrecht. Greg, of course, is the CEO of Singlepoint Incorporated. SING is their stock symbol. Greg, always great to have you on.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me, Don.
Well, we discussed this last week, but it bears repeating. Your direct solar acquisition has generated $3.4 million in solar contracts in just the first 60 days.
Yeah, so I think when we talked last week, I was telling you that we were coming up upon the 60 days, and we kind of knew from our accounting records that it looked like direct solar was going to do pretty much the same they did the first 30 days, and it was almost to the number. So essentially the first 30 days they did 1.7 million in contracts, and then the next 30 days they did another 1.7. So right, consistent, and that's 3.4 for the first 60 days. So we expect them to do the same, if not more, the next 30 days. So we're looking at a $5 million quarter with direct solar. So the numbers are just impressive, and as you know, when we announce the audited financials of our third quarter, the 5 million, and I think it's somewhere, at least for the first 60 days, it's somewhere about 1.7 net revenue, and then actual profit of around 700,000. So this has totally changed the company, and couldn't be happier.
Well, with this acquisition doing so well and basically broadening your company footprint, does this alter your strategy going forward with future acquisition targeting?
Yeah, it has. In fact, it's really changed, how we're thinking about some of the other projects that we're trying to incubate, and quite frankly, some of them we've just sat down with the chalkboard and said, hey, let's focus more on solar and CBD for that matter, because both of the projects and the businesses are going extremely well. So we don't want to focus our time on some other things and take away from direct solar. One of the things about direct solar is that we're actually expanding. I think we announced that we did an agreement with a commercial lender last week that has over $100 million to lend a commercial. So far, all the numbers we're showing are from residential. So you could really see direct solar take off even more when we start landing some commercial accounts.
Well, speaking of CBD, you unveiled with us last week a hemp cigarette product. How's that coming along?
Well, it's coming along great. In fact, I was up at the Champs show in Las Vegas with the product and with the gentleman that owns the Pure Hemp Cigarette, and what we're doing, and we're in negotiations. We're trying to be the master distributor for the product and use our resources to get it out to the country. And again, I took a cigar company, distribution company public on the NASDAQ in '96 and placed products in 30,000 accounts. So this is why I'm so excited about this product. It's a pure hemp, American-made cigarette. It has no nicotine, and of course it has hemp, which can be, as everybody knows, very good for anxiety and sleeping and many other things. I think that this product is a great alternative to smoking, and when I say smoking, I mean smoking cigarettes that have nicotine in them. So we're very, very excited about this particular product. In fact, we are going to be at the ASDA show in Vegas next week, and also it looks like we've got a booth at the NAC show, which is the National Association of Convenience Store show. So we're planning to be in 15, 20 shows throughout the year, bringing on distributors, bringing on major chains. This could be as big, if not bigger, than direct solar. So very excited about the product.
Greg, when we first started covering Singlepoint a few years ago, you were a merchant services company. I understand there's good news there as well.
Yes, there is. We've hired a couple of merchant service executives, and so in the first month we brought on 50 merchant services accounts. In fact, the merchant service a company that we go through, we were the leading sub-agent of the month. So now we've hired on another person, and you know, we expect that to grow in the next couple months, maybe to 100 accounts, 150 accounts, and from there the sky's the limit. So we're very excited about that, and strategically what we're trying to do is really you know, maybe be in 200, 500 merchant services accounts, matter if they're restaurants or muffler shops or whatever they are. And the idea is you know, hopefully with the 2020 election, whether it's Democrat or Republican, that cannabis will be federally legal. And when that happens, the banks will open up and they will allow people to use credit cards and debit cards at the dispensaries. And at that point, we'll be a well-established merchant service company, and we're gonna take advantage of that. In fact, you know, that's how we got into the cannabis business in 2014. We were putting terminals in dispensaries, and we've never forgotten that was our initial foray into the cannabis business. So we're excited about the merchant service part of our business. It's going great.
Once again, Singlepoint Incorporated, SING is their stock symbol. Greg, congratulations on all that success. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you, and go sing.